As you may be able to tell by my name, I love a drink. A bit too much, actually. I mean, if I had to choose between beer and people, I'd choose beer. But not everyone shares my love of booze, with one in particular being everyone's favourite moral supremacist, Riley Dennis, who believes there should be alcohol-free queer spaces. I don't know what a queer space is, but I'm 90% sure it comes with cocktails and Kylie Minogue.
When you think of queer community spaces, what do you think of?
Cocktails and Kylie Minogue, I swear, I just said that.
Probably gay bars, I'm guessing. And there's good reason for that. There are quite a lot of gay bars in cities around the world, and they've played an important role in shaping queer communities over the last few decades.
Oh yeah, who knows where we'd be without places like The Manhole and Mabel Peabody's Beauty Parlour Chainsaw Repair Nightclub. Both great names, and without them the glitter industry would have gone down the shitbox. Oh, that's another good name.
But I think we need something different now. Not to replace gay bars, but to live alongside them as another option for queer people.
Well, you know, no one's stopping you from going to, like, a library, don't you? I mean, I don't know of any establishment that doesn't allow the gays, except maybe mosques and Westboro Baptist Church. Alright, there's a couple of places, but did you really want to go there anyway?
Because for all the good the gay bars have done and continue to do for some people, they can't be the end-all be-all of our community spaces.
That's because, Riley, being gay isn't being part of a community. It's a sexuality, mate, not a religion. And it's not like gay bars are exclusively for gay people anyway. It's just the kind of place most straight people would rather not attend. And I say most because I've been to gay bars. Fucking brilliant night too, didn't have to buy a single drink.
I mean, for one, gay bars are often mainly focused on catering to cis gay men. And while that's nice for them, lots of queer people are not cis gay men.
Yes, there are trannies too. But how much do you expect these places to change, buddy? Everyone has different tastes, regardless of real or imaginary gender, so what do you want? Pictures of Bruce Jenner on the toilet walls? Drinks called #SoBrave? What do you want?
And we'd like a place that caters to us as well. Plus, while some queer folks thrive in loud, hectic environments late at night, lots of us just don't feel comfortable in the bar club scene or can't even cope with all that stimulation.
First off, he said stimulation. And secondly, if you don't like nightclubs, you don't have to go to nightclubs. You're allowed in pubs too, and jazz clubs, and coffee shops, and the fucking street, just the same as straight people are allowed in gay bars, unless you're advocating some kind of segregation, Riley.
But in addition to all of that, there's another big reason we need something other than gay bars and clubs: alcohol.
Right, no one is forcing you to drink, and I know you aren't about to talk smack about my best mate right now.
Now look, this isn't like an anti-alcohol tirade or anything, don't worry.
Phew, I was worried. I mean, for a moment, I thought I was gonna disagree with you.
I know lots of people love alcohol and can drink responsibly and all of that.
Drink responsibly. No, never heard of that brand. Is it a beer or a spirit?
But I think it's super important for our community that we have the option to go to safe social areas where drinking isn't expected of us.
Wow, you actually think you're expected to drink on a night out? I mean, don't get me wrong, if I looked like that, I'd be chugging down the ale too, but you don't have to, Riley. Have a Pepsi. And I say Pepsi because of the amount of Coke being done in those places.
Obviously, I'm a little biased here because I don't drink alcohol.
Well, maybe you should. Get pissed up and get into a fight. That would be hilarious.
But I'm not alone in that. Lots and lots of queer folks don't drink. And so when all of our social situations revolve around alcohol, it can be really isolating for us.
Even though you're currently arguing in favour of isolation from the rest of society through queer-only spaces. Otherwise, you would think, hey, I can go to literally any other establishment instead.
We either have to turn down invitations because we don't want to drink, or go and probably be pressured to drink.
Or go and just don't fucking drink. How are you playing the victim card on this, you cockwomble? There isn't a 3 Jack Daniels minimum upon entry, just the same as pharmacies don't make you take pills at the counter before you can order your prescription, and Starbucks doesn't have a straight test at the door.
And I don't just mean being pressured to drink by our friends, because really, if your friends are pressuring you to drink in the first place, they're not very good friends.
Or they're sick of you complaining about everything and want you to loosen up a bit, Riley. Get one fucking beer down you and see if it doesn't drastically improve your outlook on life. No one needs to drink, except me, and now you.
But also, I just mean that the bar club scene itself obviously encourages drinking.
No, a business built around selling alcoholic beverages encourages you to buy alcoholic beverages? No, that's just homophobic.
The atmosphere pressures you to drink. The whole venue is set up so that you spend spend money on alcohol.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to. Have you ever gone to the movies and not ordered popcorn? It's that fucking easy.
Most everyone there drinks, so even if they don't directly pressure you, there can still be a pressure to just fit in and drink like everyone else.
Riley, you're an adult male who professes he's a lesbian. Not being like everyone else is your fucking lifestyle.
So you're basically choosing between missing out on social events or going and feeling like an outsider anyway. And obviously there are exceptions to this. Like I have gone out with my friends and not drank and had a good time.
Well then why are you complaining about? What's the point of this video? To contradict yourself in under 2 minutes? Normally we have to wait until your next video for that kind of payoff.
It is possible to go to a bar or club and not drink and still have a good time. But it's not the norm. That place isn't catering to you. It's catering to people who drink.
It's a bar!
It's one thing to try and exist in a place that's not built for you. It's another to exist in a place specifically built for people like you. I mean, that's what gay bars were made for in the first place.
That's true. I mean, fuck your whole try to exist bollocks. Existing is easy. Expensive, but easy. I'm doing it right now and I'm not even trying. But that is true. People go to gay bars not for the drinks, seeing as you can get those pretty much anywhere, but so they can meet someone and bone down without having to ascertain whether or not they like the cock. Or to dance. We all know they like to dance.
Queer people were violently excluded from spaces made for cishet people, so they made their own places that were built for them and their needs, so they could feel comfortable and not like an outsider just trying to fit in.
That may have been the case, but this is the current year, Riley. A time when folks will say, I love gay people, which I don't understand because some of them are fucking assholes. Gay puns.
But now it's clear that even in those places, those gay bars, a bunch of queer people still feel like outsiders, just for different reasons. Now it's not because they're queer, but because they don't drink or something like that.
So you're saying some people will feel like victims no matter what? I think Riley's just become self-aware. Scary.
So I think it's important to realize that while gay bars have served tons of people really well, they've also excluded a whole bunch of us.
You can still order a 7-Up, mate. Soft drinks for soft people, you know?
And while that can be irritating for people like me who choose not to drink.
Oh, come on. You aren't irritated. You love being different. Any kind of minority and you're in there like a fucking greyhound, aren't you?
It can be devastating for people who have addiction problems with alcohol. Like the bar club atmosphere encourages you to drink. And for some people, that's not a problem. It's easy for me to say no to a drink because I don't have problems with addiction.
Problems with addiction? No. But you do have problems with being a dick.
But for alcoholics, it's not as simple as just say no to a drink. Addiction is never that simple. What's a mildly annoying social pressure to me is a super powerful addiction-driven pressure to an alcoholic.
I can agree with that, which is why a gay alcoholic will probably go to a different gay event, and you know there are loads. From book clubs to orgies. Or they might want to attend something with a wider range of human beings, like a coffee shop or an AA meeting. I mean, no one's stopping them from going to these places because of their sexuality, are they? Like, I wanted to go, but it doesn't have the word gay in it, so I don't think I'm allowed.
Every time they're offered a drink or in an environment that encourages drinking, it's another opportunity for them to relapse. The more they're around that, the more they're likely to relapse.
Are you actually explaining alcoholism to me, Riley? To me?
But if knowing that they remove themselves from that situation, they end up isolating themselves even more. And social isolation can also lead to relapsing.
Yeah, because gays can only be friends with other gays.
So it's a lose-lose situation for recovering alcoholics in the queer community.
Yeah, because gay bars are the only place gay men are allowed to go. Fucking hell, you're a knob.
You either go out with your friends and have to constantly fight your addictive urges throughout the night, or you don't go out with your friends, which could make you isolated and depressed, which could then lead to an increase in your addictive urge to drink.
I don't know, man. Just listening to you is making me want to crack out the emergency rum.
The fact that the queer social scene so commonly revolves around alcohol isn't only annoying or inconvenient or inaccessible, it can be life-ruining for some people.
Riley, the adult social scene revolves around alcohol. You think gays are the only ones that drink? A straight alcoholic would avoid going to a bar to meet his mates too. You can't just stamp the word queer on something and say it's a brand new issue.
Alcoholism is no joke, and it's a problem in queer communities because of our reliance on bars and clubs.
You can't go anywhere else. Let's have a look at events in London. And yep, there we go. Recon Fetish Comedy on the 8th of November. Though comedy clubs serve alcohol, so we'll stick a big gay pin in that one. What else? Ooh, rock and roll bingo on the 9th. And not just bingo, gay bingo. And of course, make sure you don't miss ping pong with pride on the 2nd of December. Man, that's gotta be difficult with all those limp wrists. But if none of those tickle tickle your proverbial fancy, perhaps consider going to something that isn't centered around homosexuality.
It's because of all of that that we need social spaces that don't revolve around alcohol. Queer people need a safe place to be themselves, and bars can't do that for all of us.
Well then, can I interest you in Queers Without Beers? Or maybe a gay football team, perhaps a gay ski group, or even tennis, or gay sailing. Or maybe you're not into sports and just want to keep fit. Well then, London's gay fitness community is for you. Or maybe you don't like exercise and just want to chill out with a film. That's all good. You can go to Buff's Gay Men Movie Meetup. No? Just want to complain about discrimination instead? Well, you've got the Stonewall charity for that. There you go, Riley. So many examples and one fucked up search history.
We need things like cafes, community centers, libraries, bookstores, and other sorts of communal areas.
All of those things exist. Not one of those things turns homosexuals away at the door.
Having a place to meet up and connect with other queer people is so vitally important to our community.
Oh, I see. So when you say coffee shops, you mean gay coffee shops. Bit of a poor business model when you have to turn away the majority of your customers because they're straight. And what the fuck would a gay library look like anyway? Just wall-to-wall Oscar Wilde.
And places like these provide that for queer folks who don't want to go to gay bars. I mean, they even provide that for queer folks who also want to go to gay bars.
So, a normal fucking coffee shop then.
There's no reason they need to be mutually exclusive. What we really need is different kinds of community spaces coexisting so that people can go wherever they're most comfortable. And these places aren't just going to pop up out of nowhere.
No, because they're already there. It's just you want establishments solely for gay people, even though you don't have to be gay to go to a gay bar. How will you enforce it for coffee shops? Have bouncers making people suck their dicks before they're admitted? Why would you want another hot drink after that?
If you're queer and don't have these spaces around you, think about making them. I know it can be expensive and difficult to run something like that, so I'm not saying that you need to.
Or that you're going to. You're just here to complain about it.
But if you have the means, I'm sure your local queer community would absolutely love it. In fact, just last year, a couple of folks opened up a queer coffee shop in LA called Cuties. This video is not sponsored by them, I just absolutely love Cuties.
Well then, you'll be sad to hear Cuties is struggling to stay open, Riley. It seems gay coffee shops don't generate enough revenue to keep the fairy lights on.
I went there all the time when I lived in LA, and it's exactly the kind of community space that we need. It's a place where you can go during the day and be comfortable. A kind of home away from home.
Nah, I prefer the coffee shops in Amsterdam.
They also hold all sorts of events after hours and often let other groups host stuff there. It's just the inclusive, community-oriented kind of place that the queer community in LA was sorely lacking before then.
And will soon be sorely lacking once again as soon as they shut down. I guess even LA doesn't have enough gays to sustain a local business that isn't based around getting drunk, losing your inhibitions, and noshing someone off in the toilets. It just goes to show, having your world revolve around your sexuality is a recipe for failure. And I'm not talking about Cuties, I'm talking about Riley. Thanks for watching, guys. Please consider becoming a patron so I can open up a straight coffee shop. And check me out on BitChute because it's open to everyone. The links are in the description, and remember, when ordering drinks in a gay bar, don't ask for nuts.